Hi, I'm Carol Page. I'm the program manager of the South Carolina Assistive Technology Program. Today I wanted to show you how to make a switch. Now, switches can be bought commercially. They come in all different shapes and sizes. This is just one of them. And they have a cord and a jack. And the jack plugs into a toy, like I'm going to here, plugs into the toy, and then when the switch is pushed, the toy activates. So what we're going to do today is use things around the house or around the office to make a switch that's similar to this. So first, we need to make sure we have all our supplies. Oh, and also we can provide written instructions as well, so you can watch the video repeatedly if you need to, but also follow along with the written instructions. No problem with that. So what do we need? We need aluminum, and typically this comes in the form of a liner pad. We get these at the dollar store. You can get 2 of them for $1. We're going to use aluminum. We are making a CD switch, so I need 2 CDs, and these are old CDs. The information is no longer relevant, and so we're going to hide the printed part, and all that you will see is the shiny outer surface. You can also get CDs in a smaller size so that it's you can make a switch that's similar to this size. But today we're going to make one out of these CDs so it's big enough for everybody to see. I've also made a template that's the same diameter as the CD, so I'm going to use this on my my liner sheet, my aluminum liner sheet. I have 2 pieces of Velcro. They're about 3/4 inch square, and it's front and back, both sides of the Velcro. I have double-sided tape, pair of scissors, wire cutters, and these are some nicer wire cutters, but they don't have to be, just something that's going to cut the plastic sheath off of wires. I also have a pen or a marker, and instead of the double-sided tape, you can also use a glue gun. So today I'm going to use double-sided tape, but if you're a glue gun person, go for it. I also need a cable. So this cable we get from Enabling Devices. It's a 1/8 inch cable, 1/8 inch male jacks on both ends of the cable. So this cable will actually make 2 CD switches. Today we're just going to make 1. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare our aluminum. Now this aluminum is bumpy. We need to make sure it's very smooth. So the way we prepare the aluminum is we use scissors, the handle part of scissors, and I just rub an area that's big enough. See, this is making it nice and flat. And it needs to be big enough so I can put my template on it. This one needs to be just a little bit bigger. And I need to cut out 2 pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten out enough to cut out 2 pieces of aluminum the same size as my CDs. Okay. So I take my template that I made, but you can use a CD too. CDs, if you use a CD, it might make it a little bit bigger than you wanted. So I'm going to take my pen or marker, it depends on what you're using and what you're comfortable with, and I'm just going to trace around the cardboard. And I'm actually making a groove in the aluminum, and I need to do that twice. Okay, so you can see I have 2 circles imprinted onto my piece of aluminum. And I try to do this in such a manner that we can make as many switches out of one sheet of aluminum as possible. So once we've done that, the next step is to take your scissors, and we're going to actually cut out our aluminum using the scissors. And this needs to be pretty precise. You really need to follow those markings, and we want to make sure that the edge of the aluminum fits exactly to the edge of the CD. We don't want it to be too small, and we don't want it to be too big. So I'm going to cut out both circles. Okay, that was the first circle. Now I'm going to cut out the second circle. Okay, so now we are left with 2 aluminum circles, and we're going to attach the aluminum to the printed side of the CD. So we want to make sure the shiny side of the CD is going to be on the outside of the switch. That's the attractive part. So to attach the aluminum to the CD, this is where I can either use a glue gun or I can do it with double-sided tape. When I am attaching the double-sided tape, I'm going to cut small pieces and I'm going to put them very close to the edge. So we want the aluminum foil to stick tight right up to the edge. And I'm going to do this pretty closely the whole way around the CD. So the pieces of tape are pretty close to each other around the CD. And if some of it goes off the edge, that's okay. You can just, you will be able to trim that after you've gone the whole way around. All right, so I'm just going to trim off a little of excess tape around the edge. There's not much of it, but I want it to be clean the whole way around. And then it doesn't matter which side of the aluminum, but I am going to attach it to my CD. And I'm going to use the handle again of the scissors, and I'm going to, this is called burnishing, but I'm going to burnish it and get a good seal of the aluminum onto the two-sided tape onto the CD. So now this one is ready to go, so you can see the CD on one side and the aluminum on the other, and we're going to do this to both. Now we're going to do the exact same thing to the other CD and the other piece of aluminum. So now you should have 2 CDs. On one side is the aluminum, and on the other side you can see the shiny surface of the CD, but you can no longer see the print side of the CD. Now we're ready to add our cord to the CDs. So I've got my cord here. On one end is a male jack ready to plug into our adapted toy. The other end is cut. So the first thing we need to do is split the 2 wires apart and I'm going to do this. I can do it with my fingernail. You might want to do it with your scissors, or you can use your wire cutters to do this. But we're going to split it until we have about 1 inch on either side. So we're going to take our wire and our wire cutters, and I'm going to pinch the wire casing, and I'm just going to cut through the casing only and then pull. And when I pull, it leaves the wire, but the casing is missing. And I'm going to twist that wire just to keep all those strands together. Going to flip it over. Going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Some people just do this with a knife. If you're that good, that's great. Some people need a knife, other people use wire cutters. It just depends on what suits your needs. And I'm going to twist those individual strands together. And now you can still see where they're split, and then there's copper strands on either side. So one copper strand is going to attach to one CD, the other copper strand is going to attach to the other CD, and we're going to attach it with the Velcro. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to like twist it around until it's in a coil, because we want lots of wire to be held down by the Velcro. And then I'm going to lay it down, and you can see that I am putting the black part of the wire over the edge of the CD. So I want to cover that up, and I'm going to take off and get my Velcro ready, and I'm going to Velcro the wire onto the CD. Now the Velcro is going to line up right with the edge of the CD, and I'm just going to push it into place. Okay, so now we have one side of the cable underneath the Velcro. So we're going to take the other side of the cable, and I'm going to twist the wires and kind of roll them around to make it circular. And I'm going to put that wire and the black wire casing on top of the Velcro. So it's stuck to the Velcro right there. Then I'm going to take my other piece of Velcro, and if this is a clock and this is 3 o'clock, I'm going to put the other piece of Velcro at 9 o'clock. Okay, so now we're going to take the leftover CD, and I'm going to place it on top of the 2 Velcro pieces, and we're just going to line it up. And I'm going to press where the Velcro is. But we should see no copper exposed over here. That's one thing that will make the switch not work. You got to make sure that the copper has been contained with the Velcro against the CD or against the aluminum. All right, let's plug it in and see if it'll work. So now we have our switch completed. I've got the jack in one hand and the switch over here. And what we're going to do, like with most switches, is we're going to press it once we've got the jack and the adapted toy. So I'm plugging into the adapted toy, and then I'm just going to press the switch, and the adapted toy goes. Now I can press the switch over here, in the middle, or on the edge. So there's not really a sweet spot for it. The other thing you can do is print out labels for your CDs. So say you want to customize this to the child you're working with and they love Spider-Man. You could print out a CD label with a picture of Spider-Man and put it on your switch. That's all you need to know to make your own CD switch. Thanks for joining us, and be sure and watch the video again if you need more help. Thank you.